Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Friday, March 22nd. Happy Friday. Hope you're holding strong in this new asset class that is cryptocurrencies. This is not financial or investment advice. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Also smash the like button. I have some very big news to share with you guys here. First, BitMEX, the crypto trading platform, the CEO of BitMEX, Arthur Hayes, says Bitcoin will test the $10,000 mark in 2019. So he's saying by the fourth quarter of 2019, so October, November, December, the 2019 chop will be intense, but the markets will claw back to $10,000. That is a very significant psychological barrier. $20,000 is the ultimate recovery. However, it took 11 months from $1,000 to $10,000, but less than 1 month from $10,000 to $20,000 back to $10,000. So he's saying the market recovery will take place in the early fourth quarter of 2019. So this is not an outlandish speculation or thought here. So I'm in agreement. I think we can certainly retest that price. And as you know, the entire market moves with Bitcoin. We haven't decoupled as yet. So the other cryptos will move as well. So this is, certainly a bullish statement. And many folks think we've hit the bottom. I personally think we've hit the bottom, with Bitcoin here. And I think we're going to slowly go up. And there is a slight bullish sentiment being stirred. We are still in a bear market, but we're seeing, some of the folks, the way people are talking and thinking and so forth is changing. I'm not talking about the general public, but just those in the crypto market. So this is certainly a great sign. Now we got some news here from the CFTC, direct from the CFTC, about all the crypto related applications that they're reviewing, including Bakkt. And a lot of people have been giving Bakkt a lot of crap because they're saying, why you keep delaying and why you keep... They don't want to be delayed, but they are waiting on CFTC approval. They can't do anything without the government approval, guys. So I hope you get that. A lot of people have been commenting and trolling them, and it's like, what's the point of that? They're a business and they want to launch, but they're waiting on the CFTC. Well, we have some comments here from one of the commissioners. So United States regulator, the CFTC, is actively working to approve multiple crypto-related applications, including for Bitcoin futures from institutional trading platform Bakkt. A CFTC commissioner revealed the news in remarks to cryptocurrency news network BlockFi in an interview on March 19th. Answering a question about the status of Bakkt's application, which has seen multiple delays, Commissioner Dan Berkowitz avoided a direct update on the project, instead saying that the CFTC was trying to assist all crypto-related products in obtaining the necessary approval for the launch in the US. That's why we have to be patient. That's why in every video I try to get you guys to think not just about the price, but the other things that are happening and moving in government as well as the big money. Because if you're just looking at price or you're not understanding what's happening holistically, you will miss it. You will get weak hands. You will run and count yourself lucky you're still here, because this is the new asset class. Things are moving a bit slower than we like, but the dialogue, the process has started. The building is happening. The investments, the mergers, the acquisitions. So answering a question, let me back up. Here's a quote from him. We have a very interactive process with all entities that come to us and are working diligently in all applications to process their applications and get their products on the market. He added saying, but we need to ensure that a crypto market, just like any other product that's traded on our markets, meets all standards. Now, on that note, guys, so this is being worked on, right? Bitwise, in their submission for their ETF, remember the NYSE ARCA Bitwise Bitcoin ETF. Part of their presentation, guys, is a 226 slide deck that they sent to the SEC, and they mention that from all 81, we did a first of its kind analysis of order book data from all 81 exchanges reporting more than $1 million in Bitcoin volume on CoinMarketCap. 95% of the reported volume is fake, but lots of good news. So this is interesting, guys. So the key takeaways here: 95% of the reported Bitcoin spot volume is fake. Likely motive is listing fees, can be $1 to $3 million. Real daily spot volume is 270 million. 10 exchanges make up almost all real trading. Most of the 10 are regulated. Spreads are less than 10%, and ARB is super efficient. So this is interesting. Now, some may see this as bad news, but I see it as good. Here's why. Because the regulated exchanges are doing the right thing. Their volume, as you know, these folks did their research, is correct. But you have the unregulated exchanges that may be in other countries, which are doing wash trading and generating fake volume to make it look like they're a behemoth, right? And then what they're doing is saying, okay, a new ICO or token, pay us $5 million so you can get listed. So it's a game of trying to get more money. But maybe that is why the CFTC and the SEC are delaying, because they know of all these practices probably happening. So that's why we have to be patient. There's some cleaning up that needs to be done here. But it's good that the Bitwise folks are doing this, because you need transparency, you need honesty, because the government officials, if they know this is going on, they're not going to approve anything. So these things need to be made public. It needs to be exposed so they can be cleaned up. So I hope you guys get that. This is a good thing, but they're not saying it's all bad. There's obviously regulated exchanges that have accurate data. So this is very interesting. And I always say in my videos, guys, they're looking to take this new crypto asset class and position it the same way the stock markets are. And they can't have the manipulation and the things that are happening. This is why, and people get complaints sometimes, I said there's manipulation in the market. One example right here, right? There's others as well. And I hope you guys see, I've been talking to a lot of folks, I can't mention names, but they tell me about these things like, look, this is what's happening, the wash trading and so forth. And we have to wait for this to clean up, but we'll get there. And there's a lot of things being built. So it's a slow process, but we'll get there. So I hope you guys see the bigger picture. Bitwise wouldn't waste their time, and with the NYSE ARCA and VanEck wouldn't waste their time to do a proposal on Bitcoin ETF if this whole thing was some big sham or something like that, right, guys? There is a lot of value here, but there's also a lot of manipulation going on, so they have to clean that up first. Now, interesting enough here, Brian Kelly of CNBC Fast Money, in regards to Special Counsel Mueller submits report to Attorney General concluding probe, he retweeted and said, buy Bitcoin. Now, you guys know I don't trust CNBC Fast Money. I wouldn't even take advice from them because they work with the big money and trying to push certain narratives to fool the average Joe. Now, it's funny enough that he tweeted this, but maybe he knows something. But I would take this with a grain of salt. It could be maybe there's a dump coming. Who knows, right? We can't predict these things, but we can make some educated guesses. But this is interesting that he tweeted in response to this. Could there be something bad in this report for the Trump administration? Who knows? I don't know. This is not about politics. I'm just showing you as it relates to crypto and what Brian Kelly is doing, because he's a prominent figure. Now, crypto adoption. This is a very interesting article in Rolling Stone. So this is not a crypto blog or crypto exchange or whatever it is. How CAM models are finding freedom in cryptocurrencies. Traditional payment networks can get spooked by sex work. So online performance are moving into the high-tech realm of digital currency. Adoption on multiple fronts. And if you recall, guys, and this was one of the initial criticisms of the internet back in the 90s, when a lot of adult sites started being built on the internet, and they were saying, oh, the internet's just for gamblers and pornographers and whatever. But I'm not here to judge, this aspect of what's happening or the work that people are doing here. But I know that a lot of people look at adult content, right? And they pay for it. So, well, some pay for it or whatever it is. And a part of the adoption is in different industries and verticals and so forth. And the fact that these folks are seeing crypto as a better option to receive payment, you can imagine what's going to happen from there, right? If they start presenting, hey, we accept Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever, that's going to then open the door for the person who's looking to buy the service to buy crypto and use it that way, because it also gives some anonymity, not full anonymity, of course. All these things can still be traced back, but I could send crypto, I could send you Bitcoin or whatever it is. You just know my wallet address. You don't necessarily know my name, what I look like, and that type of stuff, right, guys? You don't even know my address as far as my home address, that type of thing. Email, you just have a wallet address and the respective crypto. So very interesting stuff happening here, guys. And I believe this is going to be a big industry to push the adoption of crypto, among others, right? But it's happening, and look at where it's being posted at this type of article in Rolling Stone. So we're getting more exposure in the mainstream here. Now, LMAX Digital, we had talked a bit about this exchange last year. They are an institutional crypto exchange, and they, since launch, have completed 3 million trades in less than a year. They opened in May 2018. LMAX Digital reported gross revenues growth of 131% quarter on quarter, as well as trading volumes growth of 126%. It says, as of January, listen to this, the exchange has attracted 138 institutional clients. In the crypto winter, in the bear market, when blood is on the street, they have attracted, they're growing. They're getting more clients, offering custodial services for major digital assets as well as physical trading, and they are based overseas, and it's beautiful to see these things happen. But here, I mean, just look at what's happening, guys. I don't even have the words anymore. It's because if you want to subscribe to this channel, we've been talking about this. The big money's coming. There's still a lot of cleanup to be done, and there's more big money on the way. But a lot of these institutional clients are getting in. They're signing up with different services, and Bakkt and RSX and these many others are looking to get the business. Right, guys? Now, Andrew Yang, many of you may have heard of him, a Democratic presidential candidate, and he's very bullish on crypto and Bitcoin and so forth. I'm trying to get an interview with him, so if you guys want to tweet at him on Twitter and say, hey, Thinking Crypto wants to interview you, give him an interview, I would really appreciate it. I tried messaging him, but of course he's probably very busy. But really smart guy, bullish on crypto, sees the disruption, the value here. He's comes from the entrepreneurial world, and is in touch with folks in Silicon Valley, and he certainly understands the technology here. And he's looking to do some great things, with universal basic income. But like I said, he's pro Bitcoin, and I would love to interview him. Well, this article here says why Bitcoin price would skyrocket if Andrew Yang becomes president. So of course, if you have a pro crypto candidate and someone who becomes president, or whatever is vice president or something, that's going to be great, because they're going to help to push crypto in as it being adopted, or as the new technology, and getting government on board. So I definitely like this guy. I certainly support him, and hopefully we have more candidates who are pro crypto. Now, speaking of governments, guys, Russian State Duma defers consideration of bill on digital financial assets. So the State of Duma of Russian Federation has deferred consideration of the bill on digital financial assets to April 2019, local media outlet reported. The second reading of the draft federal law on digital financial assets has reportedly been rescheduled to April, following a decision made at the morning voting on the agenda of the plenary session. The initiative was taken by the chairman of the State of Duma Committee on the Financial Market, though he did not explain his motives. So looks like they're going to, Russia is looking to pass crypto regulations, and it's going to be next month. So hopefully they can get it done, and that might in itself might put pressure on the United States to move faster. But I mean, this is amazing to see another superpower, another big country like Russia, and you can imagine all the other neighboring countries will try to do the same, because usually when you have the world leaders doing something, a lot of the smaller countries follow suit. So big money is doing their thing, governments are doing their thing. We just have to sit back and be patient, right, guys? It's all unfolding, and man, I hope the United States moves faster. They're taking too long. SBI Holdings, as you guys know, they are partnered with Ripple. They have the that small sect of the company called SBI Ripple Asia. The CEO and president is super bullish on XRP. He's pushing for the adoption. There's SBI Virtual Currencies, which is powered by XRP, will be an exchange. But SBI Holdings' latest crypto venture will see it making mining chips. This is interesting, guys. So They established a subsidiary to manufacture cryptocurrency mining chips and systems. And the new venture, SBI Mining Chip Co., is part of SBI's strategy on digital assets related businesses. They will be carrying out the development and manufacturing of crypto miners in partnership with an unnamed large semiconductor enterprise in the US, said SBI. The new venture will be led by former, listen to this, NASA veteran Adam Trademan, who has high level of expertise in the field of leading edge semiconductors and other electronics. Trademan has a total experience of 20 years and has served as CEO of Chip Estimate. And this is, wow, I didn't expect this. So SBI Group, through its subsidiary SBI Crypto, starting a mining pool for Bitcoin Cash last year, but it is no longer mining the cryptocurrency. So very big things happening here, guys, with SBI, and we know Ripple's part of it. R3 and XRP is a big part of this, but the fact that they're branching out to do mining chips shows, the future of proof of work may be saved, or there's some sort of evolution of fixing the flaws in proof of work and improving the energy efficiency of mining. And it's being done by a major financial behemoth in Japan, right? This is interesting. That's why I personally diversify. I hold XRP, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and many others. There are many Bitcoin maximalists and XRP maximalists and so forth. But it doesn't matter what, religious following or whatever you have, or what's going on, or who's, whatever you're super passionate about. As a smart investor, what do you want to do? Diversify. That's a common principle, but also you have to understand what's happening in the market and look at what's being built. And the fact that SBI is doing this, XRP doesn't need mining, right? Bitcoin and the others do on the proof of work algorithm. So this is interesting. This company and the president and so forth is super bullish on XRP, but also sees the value in other tokens, which are going to have different use cases. That's why I always say there will be multiple winners coming out of this market. That's why I personally diversify. Speaking of XRP, Michael Arrington, who is the founder of TechCrunch and the founder of Arrington XRP Capital, interestingly enough, tweeted at one of the guys, the VP at Robinhood. So Robinhood, the trading app, which has listed some cryptos. But he said, I just got my Robinhood app set up trying to figure out why I can't buy XRP. So he tagged this guy and he said, let's make it happen. So Michael is, of course, obviously at a higher caliber than most of us here. He has influence. So let's see. Robinhood may list XRP soon, guys. And that's a big app with a lot of users. So interesting stuff happening here. Finally, BlockFi. And you guys recall we were talking about this, where I want to interview these guys. I'm in contact with them, but I'm waiting for their schedule to clear up, where I was going to ask them, how are you able to pay the respective interest on those savings account that you just launched? And apparently they're not going to be able to pay the high 6% that they were talking about, because crypto lender BlockFi cuts interest rates paid to largest account holders. And of course, I think logic would, tell you a bit here, just some common sense. So beginning April 1st, accounts with more than 25 Bitcoin or 500 Ether, BlockFi will pay only 2% on the amount deposited above the threshold, not the originally advertised 6%, according to an email sent to customers March 20th. Due to the demand of our product, we're making a few changes to our product pricing that will affect your account starting in April. So let's see how this continues. But that's why I was saying, if you can recall, when we talked about, I mentioned that they were going to do this. I'm not touching this yet. I want to see how this plays out. And sometimes it's good to let these things, let it simmer a bit and see where it goes. And like I said, I'm trying to get an interview and we can maybe hear from the horse's mouth. But stay tuned, of course. But anyway, guys, what do you think about this news? Big things happening. I think, certainly the future of crypto is bright. We see the governments are doing their thing. Big money is doing their thing, and it's all pointing towards the growth of this market, this new asset class. So what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. If you'd like to support the channel, check out my donation links, my Patreon group. Thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you all later.